This is Friday, and here's an update on the bus. See that clearance, where that clearance light was? About 6 inches up from that is going to be where the roof coating is. And then it's white paint from there down to there. I have this side prepped, which was on the other side last week, about to there. And it's just scotch brighted. It's a paint lock system. I'm supposed to be able to spray paint right directly on there, but I'll probably epoxy prime it anyway. And what I'm going to do tonight is fire this bus back up, which is probably going to take the next, I don't know, hour and a half, because the batteries are freaking flat dead. I'm going to get the bus back out. I'm going to back it back in. So tomorrow, or probably Sunday, or maybe tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to paint the back. The cap is sanded on the back, but not the front. And I got so close to the house I can't even get up there if I wanted to. You can see I got, there's the compartment door for the AC unit. So the door is going to have either louvers or some kind of metal mesh in it. And then I replaced that. I just got done putting this in. I turned the bus around so I could finish doing the framework on that up there, and I got the doors done. It's in the garage. I'll show you the door. I had to make a trip into town today to get this piece of piano hinge because I didn't have enough. The difference between this door and the other door is that this one goes all the way to the bottom, and it has this break in it here that matches the side panels. So this goes all the way to the bottom edge of the bus. So anyway, the weather's kind of turned. It's not insufferably hot, but it's still hot enough in the afternoon where it's, you know, blistering hot on top of that roof to be up there sanding. I was up there yesterday and I got, you know, lion's share of that knocked out yesterday in about 2.5 hours. I'm just DAing it with 120, and I'll go back, blow it all off, and then Brillo pad the spots that I couldn't hit with the DA. The reason I'm doing that, and I've seen people do this with like Henry's elastomeric coating, like as a roof coating, and then you don't have to, you know, it's a what the hell is it? It's an acrylic latex roof coating. Basically, it's moppable caulk. Actually, it's sprayable if you have the right equipment. And the reason why I don't do the whole curve and everything is because I don't like the finish of that stuff when you roll it on. You're supposed to roll it on with a 3/4 nap roller, and it leaves a really textured finish, kind of like that. No bueno. And I really don't need to have a roof coating on the side. Just need to have a roof coating on the roof. And I originally was going to paint this all the way up to the rails. Let me go up there and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay. So I can do this looking into the sun. I hope the lens flares don't bother you too much. But you see these two rails here. The biggest concern I have with the roof is between these rails, having standing water, you know, above these rails. So I was just going to do this center section with the elastomeric coating and do the rest of that with paint. But I think what I've decided to do is run this down 10 rivets. See that row of rivets closest to me? The 10th one is just right up there at the apex of that radius. I think I want to run that just below that rivet. I'll run a straight line from the front to the back, and I'll do above that rivet in the elastomeric coating, and everything below that rivet will be white paint. I think that will be good. And now I got to get some Dykem, which is a self-leveling, non-hardening caulk, and go around all these penetrations, specifically these two emergency hatches. And I'm also going to coat the top of that emergency hatch. If you notice, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but these things, and the, see that right there? And right there, that crack, that's no bueno. There's a crack. There's cracks. there's a hole. So all this is silicone, and I'm going to probably, I don't know if I'm going to dig this off. It's stuck pretty good. If it's, no, it's not really stuck real good there. Here's the problem with that silicone. I see a lot of people using silicone, and the only place that you'd ever use 100% silicone is in a bathroom, around your bathtub. That's the only place you should use silicone. And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of pushback. Every caulking system has the same thing in common. They're all going to fail at some point in time. And if you use like a acrylic latex caulk, that will stick to itself, right? So silicone won't. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is silicone. This is not. Nothing will stick to silicone. Silicone makes a better lubricant than it does a sealant. You can see this, whatever this is. I'm probably going to take a stab and say this is probably a siliconized latex caulk, or maybe this is even Dykem. I don't know. I don't think it's Dykem. It looks like a latex, just a latex caulk. Also, not the right stuff to use. But it didn't stick to this at all, and that is an intrusion point. And if you want to use silicone, that's fine, but understand that when it fails, you need to dig all of this off and get it all off of there. You can't have any residue. You got to start from a bare substrate, otherwise this stuff will not stick to itself. So I'm going to have to spend some time digging this stuff out, because all this caulking is garbage. I thought it was in better shape, but I didn't take a really good look at it. This is all got to go out. Got to go bye-bye. So that's my life right now. Dealing with suppliers that are taking their sweet-ass time getting their stuff to me. I will say this, though. Albany fasteners. Let me show you the fasteners that the company I'm getting the rivets from. I'll give them a plug, simply because they're Johnny on the spot, man. They don't lollygag. They don't lollygag at all, man. They're lickety split. AlbanyCountyFasteners.com. There's their phone number. I'm trying to remember. I ordered these on Friday and I got them on Tuesday. Not bad. So and they're pretty inexpensive. Hey, how you doing?
Can I play with the kids today?
Certainly, I think.
I had to do homework, so I was a little late.
This is the neighbor kid. Say hi.
Hi!
Dork. Enough jaw jacking. Well, I still got daylight. I'm gonna hook up the battery charger, get my wife's car out of the way so I don't run it over, and get this bus turned around.
Eventually.
Alright, well, it's Saturday today, and the wife decided that she was going to spend the morning in bed, so we didn't go and do anything early this morning. So I had to run around and pick up some stuff, some reducer and some masking materials and a plank. And I'll get to the plank in a minute. But yeah, I went ahead and sprayed the white on the back here. I'll get a couple better shots. But first I want to rant about that plank right there. Not that plank particularly, because that one's good. But my daughter and I went up to Home Depot today to pick up another roll of tape and another roll of paper to mask off the gray. And I wanted to get a 2x12 that was 12 foot long. There was probably a third of a bunk there, at the floor level, and every single one of them had either about a 1 foot split in the end, or a split that went all the way through the board. It was almost two, like two 2x6s. It was cracked down the middle of the board. So I dug through a bunch of 2x12 by 12s, and I couldn't find anything that was worth the tinker's damn. So I bought a 10-footer, which was fine here, but on the sides it's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass because. So, oh, and they're like $22 a freaking stick. $22 for a 2x12, 12 feet long, and every single one of them was garbage. Come on, Home Depot. Oh, and then the freaking parts store robbed me on the freaking reducer. Holy, I think it was $50 a gallon. Boy, they decided that they weren't going to give me the preferred customer pricing anymore. So anyway, so I'm going to have to source an online place to get that stuff because on $50 a gallon, I don't think so. The next reducer I buy, I'm going to buy it in a 5-gallon can because it's cheaper that way. But anyway, I just painted the back of the bus. Rant over. I'll show you. That's what it's going to look like with a red stripe down the middle. So I don't know how much more I'm going to get done this weekend. Probably not much. I think we're going to go for a hike tomorrow. That's what I want to do anyway. We'll see what the rest of the family wants to do. I have these and another piece that I forgot to paint last time to paint in gray. I'll do those tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow. I didn't make my October 1st deadline, but you know, I think another week, 10 days, and this thing will be done on the outside for the most part. And I can start getting on the inside. Awesome sauce. So till next time, guys, have fun, stay safe, shoot straight, keep your powder dry. Have a splendid day. Bye.